It's 30 years in hospital this long.
If my hotel was closed, you wouldn't have called me for this meeting, right? Completely out,
Mhm.
Like Sheikh Mohammed said, everybody who's here, it's your home. I'm not an economist. I also read.
Hello everyone, welcome to our new episode. What is your story? Today we have the guest, Ramada GBR General Manager, Mr. Bino. Welcome, Mr. Bino.
Thank you, Saleh. Thank you.
In our program, every week we are learning some life story, the success story in UAE. So this week, thank you so much for you accepting our things. Welcome to our program.
Thank you.
So, Mr. Bino, let's start with your story. How many years you are in hospitality? From which country you are coming? When did you came to Dubai? We want to make start with you.
Thank you.
Oh.
My hospitality career started in 1997. After I finished my hotel school and my MBA, I joined the Taj Hotels in Mumbai.
Mhm.
So I was in sales and marketing team there. I worked just over 2 years there. Came to UAE in 2000. I was with the Intercontinental Hotels Group for 8 years in Abu Dhabi.
Mhm.
Then I moved to Dubai in 2007.
Mhm.
And since 2007 to today, I've been in Dubai almost over 19 years, close to 19 years. And with hotels, mainly the Ramada chain and the Millennium chain. So
Mhm.
I'm now currently at the Ramada in JBR since end of 2018.
So you start your career in Mumbai, Taj Hotel. So
Yeah.
you are next year will be 30 years in the hospital sector. Right?
Correct. It's been a
Nice.
long journey.
Very good. You are in UAE 26 years almost.
Yeah, I came January 2000.
Mm-hmm.
So by end of this year is almost 27 years.
And when you come to UAE, what bring you UAE? I mean, what was
Yeah,
the
I came for a very close friend's wedding.
Mhm.
He was getting married in Dubai, so I came to attend his wedding. I was here for about 12, 15 days.
Mhm.
And he was that time working at the airport hotel, which is now the Le Méridien Airport.
Al Meridiano.
It used to be called the Forte Grand. So he was
Yeah.
my hotel schoolmate.
Mhm.
So he, those days we had to send faxes. There was no emails.
Right.
So we prepared some CVs and he used to take it to his office and fax it to all the hotels. So after 3-4 days, I got a call from Intercontinental Abu Dhabi, Crown Plaza, Le Méridien Abu Dhabi,
Mhm.
saying we are looking for somebody like you. And then that was the start.
When you start that day and comparing now, it's 26 years, many years. What is the main things you see with your eyes? Because you see the country have grown year by year.
True.
So how was it is that time and now? What did you see the difference from your eyes?
See, I mean, when I started in Abu Dhabi, our focus was mainly on corporate business, corporate government and small meetings and events.
Mhm.
So then slowly, you could see by 2004-5, there was more leisure business even coming to Abu Dhabi.
Mhm.
It was mainly going to hotels which had beaches. So Intercontinental used to get a little, Sheraton used to get, Le Méridien, Beach Rutana. We had only 7 hotels.
Mhm.
Then I decided to move to Dubai because, Dubai had corporate business and leisure business. They had airline business, meeting business. There was events, exhibitions. It was
Mhm.
a little more dynamic, I would say, and growing faster. So over the years, what I've seen change is mainly, especially in Dubai,
Mhm.
the number of source markets has grown. Initially we talked of maybe a little bit of UK, little bit of Saudi, little bit of Russia, and then India and rest of Asia and rest of Europe, Eastern Europe, Western Europe. You have now Africa markets. So the expansion of the source market in Dubai, especially UAE and Dubai, has been phenomenal. And then, of course, the use of technology in our business. Like I said, we used to get faxes
Yeah.
for our reservations. And the day your fax machine doesn't have a full roll, all the business is stuck.
Yeah.
Now, today you are doing, XML connectivity, dynamic channels, OTA.
Mhm.
So technology over the last 25 years has
Too much
changed
change.
the entire, business
And I
environment.
think also like this, you are right. 2007, we didn't have too much market like this.
Yeah.
And with Emirates and Fly Dubai, I think with when they grow
connectivity.
destination,
True.
the tourism also grow
Absolutely.
course.
I mean, when I used to come from India, my father used to work in Alain in the 80s. He was an engineer. There was only Gulf Air and Air India coming to UAE. There was no Emirates.
No
There was
fly
no
Dubai,
Fly
no Air
Dubai,
Arabia.
Air Arabia, Etihad, no Qatar Airways, nothing. So when you take a flight from Mumbai, you come Mumbai to Dubai, Dubai to Abu Dhabi, or Mumbai to Bahrain, Bahrain to Abu Dhabi. And my father used to work in Abu Dhabi. That was 1984, 85.
1984. Oh my God.
And now you have 10 flights going on Etihad, Emirates, Qatar. So even the India as a source market has boomed. And I believe shortly it will come back to almost the normalcy.
And as an Indian, there is also for UAE the biggest population we can say is Indian, right?
True.
As an Indian person, like how is from India to when you look UAE, there is some people it's like dream to go to live in Dubai. Is it true? Like how is the mentality in India?
I would say the education has had an impact on people moving from one country to another.
Yeah.
When I came here, the hospitality and the tourism business was still small. But
comparing to India, especially because
comparing to India,
India was much bigger tourism.
I worked in Taj Mumbai, was a 700-room hotel.
Yeah.
I came to Intercon Abu Dhabi, was 330 rooms, half the hotel.
Yeah.
So the scale of things was very relatively small. But then over 25 years, it has gone way ahead of India in terms of tourism.
Yeah.
So when those days when people went out of India, it was mainly to explore a new international career. Because those days in India, you had only the Taj hotels or the Oberoi hotels. And to a certain extent,
Taj and Oberoi, the biggest
brands.
Yes, for
now you have Marriott and Hilton and Hyatt and Accor and all the international chains have come.
Yeah.
So those days people went out mainly to look at an international career. And I think that trend is continuing to grow, not just in hospitality, but IT, tourism, hospitality.
The marketing
hotels,
is very strong.
Everything. So that was the reason that people actually thought of going overseas. But also in the 70s and 80s, a lot of the Indians who were tech students, technology or IT students, they went to Western Europe and, Americas.
UK also, I think.
UK also, but mostly America and the others. And then once hospitality started growing here, then they started recruiting, hotel chefs and other departments. And then slowly people came into sales and marketing. So I was lucky that I was among the first few Indians to join sales and marketing in Abu Dhabi. And my GM then, Noel Masood, was saying, like, I was looking for a person like you because all the people who sign the checks, who manage administration, who manage finance and business are all Indians.
Yeah, true.
So you will make a better connection with all these people. So that is how I was lucky enough to join a great.
And when you start operation life, in which hotel after sales you start, I think, operation after become GM, right?
Correct. So in 2014, I was at the Ramada JBR and my regional vice president was Michael Zager. So he was also doing a lot of new launches of hotels in Africa and Middle East. So in one of our performance reviews, he asked me, what's your plan? So I said, I've been in now sales and marketing for almost 15, 16 years. Sometimes I feel bored.
Yeah.
I need to do something more.
As always, you have to sell 365 days.
Yeah, I mean, you become a specialist in sales and marketing, but then rest of the hotel, you don't maybe understand too much.
Yeah.
So he said, good, let's talk in a few months. Maybe I'll have a plan for you. And then one day he called me and said, you're going to pack your bags in 2 months' time and take up a new assignment. And then I landed up in Tanzania, opening Ramada Dar es Salaam Resort in Tanzania.
Very good.
And then after that, I did...
I was not know you work in Tanzania.
Yeah, I was there for 7 months. So I learned a little bit of Swahili, all the good words, mambo.
You go as a hotel manager to Tanzania?
So I was EAM for opening hotels, new hotels.
Okay.
So I did Tanzania, then I went to Ramada, Bahrain, city center. I was there for 4 months. Then I went back to Africa. I went to Ramada, Addis, Ethiopia for 4 months. Then I finished those 3 openings. Then I came back to open Wyndham Dubai Marina, which now is changed to the first collection.
First collection, yeah.
Then I went back to sales and then I came back to operations. So the pre-opening experience got me into hotel operations.
And how was your African experience? I mean, after Dubai, yani your career started India, Abu Dhabi, Dubai. After when you go to Africa, you didn't
Yeah,
get
it's
difficulties?
it's like going from the mega city to the village.
Yeah.
6 o'clock, everything is
Mhm.
off. People are slowly getting back into their houses,
Mhm.
and sometimes at 7, the village is sleeping because the resort
Mhm.
was 22 kilometers outside the city.
22 kilometers
Yeah,
outside.
and that only on that stretch on the weekends
Mhm.
there's disco and party and nightclub and barbecue, but rest of the week it's dead.
Mhm.
So it
I think, but you
sometimes.
have unforgettable memories also there,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Correct?
because it makes you realize that life is more than just work, 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 work.
Mhm.
There are people who work 24/7 and say, "Oh, I made it great. I'm become big. I'm a senior executive businessman," but
Mhm.
they have no family life after that.
Yeah, true.
You know. So when I went off to Africa,
Mhm.
I realized that in our corporate life, many times you forget what are you working for. You know, are you
Yeah.
working for your family, you're working for yourself, or you're working for the company, you're working for your colleagues.
Mhm.
And when you have little more time at your hand, you start to think, okay, life is not just only work.
Yeah.
So you have to have a balance. I mean,
And about family, when did you get married? How is your family life?
so I got married in 2001. I just
After you come
come to
UAE, right?
UAE. Yeah, I just finished my 25th year wedding anniversary in Jan,
MashaAllah.
and my wife joined me a year later
Mhm.
in 2000. Actually, she joined me 6 months later.
Mhm.
And we have been here together. I have
Your
two
kids
children.
born here?
Yeah,
Shida.
yeah. My children were born in Abu Dhabi.
Mhm.
One is just finishing university. One is getting ready to go to university.
Very
So
good.
when I look back at the last 25 years, I think, where did all this time go?
Yeah.
It was really super fast.
True.
But it's I would say, the hotel journey has been very rewarding and very interesting. And
Mhm.
like we were saying earlier, it's if you are happy about working with people, meeting people, and serving
Mhm.
people, it's a great industry. Otherwise, you feel like, oh, what am I doing here?
Yeah, some people when they enter hospitality, I mean, maybe it's 50-50. If not in your heart, you cannot do this job,
Very,
I
very
think.
true.
You have to love this sector because
24/7.
24/7,
Yeah,
365 days.
true.
When people make vacation day, like Eid period, New Year period,
We are
when
all
people
working.
going, we have to work more
Yeah,
hours.
yeah, absolutely.
Has more busy period and we
Yeah,
have to make all the guests happy.
true.
And in general, but whoever in long years, like more than 20 years hospital, they cannot do also another job easily.
No, I mean,
They cannot go out from
you
hospitality.
live
Yeah.
hotels and hospitality and food and beverage and promotions and events and marketing and
Hmm.
exhibitions. We traveled on those exhibitions
Where
in
we
center.
travel, I think
We went
Uzbekistan,
we went
I
to
remember.
Uzbekistan,
We have
Tashkent.
very good memory there, I
Yeah,
think,
yeah, yeah.
Uzbekistan.
Beautiful place, lovely food, amazing
Yeah.
people, wonderful entertainment with all
We
those
go
events we did.
Bishkek, I think,
We did
Kyrgyzstan,
we did Bishkek, we did Tashkent,
Kazakhstan, Almaty.
Almaty,
And maybe
and
Azerbaijan we go with you long years ago.
that was
Baku, maybe 10
Baku.
years ago.
Yeah, and Baku.
Yeah.
So those even these markets never existed in Dubai. We
Yes,
actually
we
were
created this.
pioneers of creating those
True.
people to come.
Yeah, I mean,
So
when you say 2007, when you start, there was no tourists from these countries.
nothing.
Like Kazakhstan,
No, no,
Azerbaijan,
no, 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 no.
Kyrgyzstan,
Nothing.
all we built together.
Yeah, yeah. And now when I mean, being in hotels, I always say, it gives us an experience of traveling and seeing new places, new people, new culture, new food, new entertainment.
Yeah.
And when I look back, I think I've traveled 27 or 28 countries. And whenever we go to these countries, whether it's Western Europe or East as far as Japan, and you
Yeah.
tell them like you're working in Dubai, the first thing, oh wow, Dubai. So there's always a big sparkle in people's eyes when they say Dubai. So I'm sure very soon it's
But
going to be the same.
yeah, especially in Europe also when I traveling, I'm Turkish, but I said wherever I said I'm from Dubai.
Yeah.
After that, the waiters they care of you more. Dubai
Yeah,
person,
yeah.
maybe
There's an aura around you,
Yes.
because you say you worked in Dubai.
Yeah.
And I think that's really an exciting thing for us to feel when we are in Dubai. Not
Yeah.
many countries and not many cities give you that kind of feel that, oh, you're doing big. Like Sheikh Mohammed just launched Dubai IT or Dubai It, means make things bigger and better in Dubai and really fast. And I think that's what we have to keep doing.
And what do you think about in general? Because like you're around 25, 30 years, you are living here.
True.
And how you will? You are belongs to UAE or Dubai? Like you feel it's like your
In
home country?
I
Or-
mean, in my heart, I'm still Indian.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, whether I live in Dubai or
Yeah.
I live in London, I'm Indian. So I'm very
True.
proud about that, and I will probably when I retire in a few years, I will go back to India.
Mhm.
But when I'm in Dubai, I'm UAE.
Mhm.
Like Sheikh Mohammed said, everybody who's here, it's your home. So
Mhm.
I call this my home. Dubai is home.
Because you get many things from here. I mean, your career, your family,
Absolutely. And I mean, so many friends, so many
much
relatives.
experience globally.
And, I would say the country has done so much for us as expats.
Mhm.
And I think we are only giving back a small piece of that to the economy.
Mhm.
So it's a wonderful city to live.
Mhm.
You can go out at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
Not you and me,
The
even
ladies, women.
ladies. My
Kids.
my kids are traveling by metro sometime, coming home like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. We don't
We are
need to
not
call
worried,
them.
Yeah, you are
We're-
not worried.
You're not worried. You don't even call them. Say, where are you? But whether you are in any other
Europe
part of the world,
especially become very dangerous in last years.
it's you are always on the edge thinking what's going to happen. So what else can you ask for in life? We have so much of safety, security, and freedom, and you need to respect everybody. That's it.
Yeah. And as a hotelier, like when you become GM, what is your the most unforgettable moment? Maybe some client or funny story. You have any funny
I
story
mean, there
from
are
the?
every day there are so many new stories.
Mhm.
But for me, as a hotel professional, I
Mhm.
think the most important thing is to focus on your team. If you are working with your team and you're focused with them and you're working for their satisfaction,
Mhm.
they give it back by looking after your guests. And the guests give it back by coming back to your hotel again and again. So there are many stories that we have in
The
hotels.
most funny or what do you remember? And,
What can I say? I mean, funny wise, yeah. I mean, we have so many incidents of people, getting drunk, not knowing where they are, what they're doing, and sometimes we have to take care of them just like they are family. So I think it was few months back, before the war started. We had a lady who came and slept in the lobby, you know, completely drunk. And we were not sure whether it's our guests, somebody else's
outside,
guests,
yes.
or outside guests. And it was like around maybe 11:30, 12 in the night. My security manager calls and says, "Sir, we have an issue. This lady doesn't know who she is. She's completely out. What do we do with her?" I can't tell him, okay, throw her out on the road. She's in your lobby now. So then they checked and they said, "Sir, there's no registration, no ID, nothing from her. What do we do?"
Mhm.
So I told them, okay, for today, put her in a room, give her some comfortable mattress, bed, let her sleep peacefully. When she's up and awake, tomorrow we'll decide what to do with her. We'll find out what she was.
And who was she? Guest
So
or outside?
she was a guest of some other hotelier, landed up, they went out partying. She said, "Thank you very much, I'm going home." And I think she walked out of that hotel and walked straight into our hotel. And then she was in the hotel lobby just sleeping and didn't know anything. So finally, the next day, we traced out her luggage was still with other friend. She left without anything. Came,
Mm.
she didn't have. Luckily, she remembered. Okay, she was meeting her friend on the other side,
Mm.
and then we made that stay complimentary. You cannot tell her you were drunk, so we're going to charge you 1,000 dirhams.
Yeah.
So there are so many things that happen, good and bad and ugly.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, we have to protect people's interests and privacy. So we take care of all these
Yes.
things.
And regarding like current situation now, since 1st March, almost we are entering the 4 months
True.
because of America, Iran, geopolitical problem, we can say.
Yeah.
It's affect all of us here. What do you think about these things? How you making, because you have staff, you have too much cost.
Yes.
As a hotelier, you have fixed costs.
True.
And how you pass this period? Because end of the day, life is continue. The
Yeah.
tourism is affected a lot.
So, our owning company, Raya Hospitality, has 7 hotels. We have 4 in Dubai and 3 in Ajman.
Mhm.
And we are 3 GMs who look after the 4 hotels. And we report to a gentleman who's the managing director and CFO for the group.
Mhm.
So, one of the first decisions we took, and we took the same decision even during COVID time, is that we are not going to let any of our team members go,
Mhm.
meaning we are not going to terminate any contracts. And I think that speaks a lot about the people you work for, the owners, the investors. It's a
Mhm.
people business that we manage. We
Mhm.
manage guests who are people, staff who are people, owners who are people, guests who are people. So that was a commitment that we had with our owning company and the owning company had with us is we will protect every individual till the last day. So of course we have to take some very hard decisions, difficult decisions. And I say to my team, leaders are meant to take difficult decisions. And what we managed and did was if somebody was supposed to go on vacation in May or
Mhm.
June
Yeah.
and who was willing to travel in March and April, we said, okay, yalla go. This is
But
the
you can
time.
go now, yeah.
Somebody had 15 days holidays, said, sir, I'm going for 35 days, 40 days. Yalla go. Somebody went for 15 days, got married and came back.
Got
You know,
married and come back. Good.
because he had 60,
Yeah.
65 days vacation. So he said, okay, I'm
Yeah.
not going to come again next year and wait and to get married. I'll get married now. So we had a very flexible plan. At the same time, like you said, fixed costs in hotels are very high.
Very high.
We have AC chillers to manage and electricity and
Yeah.
raw material, food and insurance.
So
So we obviously have to take a small hit in our packages and salaries. I think most importantly is we kept talking to our team members. Every 2 weeks I had a town hall meeting.
mhm.
We projected our realistic numbers and said, this is where we are. With all this work we are doing and with all the cuts we have, we are still going to be forecasting this amount of loss.
Mhm.
So they were understanding the realities of the ground. And they were also understanding that they are still working.
Yeah.
Whereas, as you heard, that there were some of the hotels who had to go into a much more difficult decision of closing down.
Yeah.
So our job was to keep the hotel open, and that's why I'm able to sit here and talk to you. Because if my hotel was closed, you wouldn't have called me for this meeting, right?
No, you are friend. Doesn't matter. When you don't work, we can
Yeah,
meet
but
you. Yeah.
the point is, our
Mm.
customers, our clients, our tour
Yeah.
operators like BTB and the others, they're still connected to us.
Yeah.
We are working on promotional tactical offers for September, for March, next year. And that
Mhm.
business cycle keeps going
Yeah.
on because you're still at work.
Yeah. And I think most difficult days we finish. I mean, now, especially if they will sign tomorrow.
I heard that they signed something yesterday or today.
Yesterday they something, but I don't
So
know.
we don't know what document that was. But if you look at positively,
Yeah.
yes, and I strongly believe because I saw
Mhm.
during COVID what happened.
Yeah.
So we had, we worked as a hotel that, accommodated overseas visitors, Emiratis who were coming back, and
Mhm.
looked after them and before they went back home. So in less than 2 months time after COVID, hotels in Dubai were running at 90% occupancy again.
Exactly.
Before the end of the year, we were almost full.
So,
And that was only 4 5 months, whereas other markets like
in
Far
Dubai, I
East,
think was the one of the
Fastest.
fastest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I traveled to Thailand in 2021, 1 year after COVID, and we opened in 15th of June, almost the same
Yeah.
time 6 years back. And Thailand opened only in July 2021, 1 year after us.
Exactly.
And I was on a flight going to Thailand in October 2021,
Mm-hmm.
and they were still wearing PPE and masks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when this war is over, I think before the end of the year, Dubai will be full again.
Yeah. I think also so from September, October onwards. Because now anyway, summertime, because some people say, Dubai no tourists, but normally
We
June,
are
July,
already-
August, there is.
We've been having tourists in very small numbers arriving since middle of March. The first 2 weeks we saw everything was closed. Nobody traveled.
Yeah.
But after 15th of March, yes, we don't have the same big numbers that we have. But right now I have almost 10, 12% of my inventory out of the 50, 60% we are operating
Mm-hmm.
is international tourists. And these are people who have been to Dubai, they know the safety of Dubai.
Yeah.
Then they know there's no major issues happening in UAE,
Mhm.
who are willing to travel because the rates are very competitive. The packages are there. Okay, the airline airfare is little high,
Because
but
of the petrol now, if the same
exactly
petrol also will go down, I think
it will come down.
airlines also will be
Yeah.
cheaper.
And the flexibility and freedom of having a good vacation in Dubai still will attract a lot of crowd back.
Mm, okay. And what's your expectation in 2027? I mean, we will like it will be same like 2025 was very successful year.
25, I mean, if you look at the last 8 or 10 years, 25 was one of the very
Best year, yeah.
successful years after 2022.
True.
We had the expo and all. 27, I'm not an economist. I also
True.
read, I also read figures
Yeah.
what they send us through
Yeah.
STR Global and the others. But I think the Q4 of this year and Q1 will always be a very positive impact.
Mhm.
And then next summer will probably be a recovery kind of summer, slowly getting back to normal.
Mhm.
I believe 2027 will be a good year, but may not be the best year because people will. And the good thing is today people have a very short memory.
We
You
say
know,
fish memory.
it's like you see only the 30-second reel. You don't have the time
Yeah.
to see a 2 minutes video sometimes, right?
True.
So people will, they wouldn't forget, but I think their concerns of traveling to Dubai and UAE will
Slowly, slowly, it will
slowly go away. So 27, I think, would be a good recovery year.
Mhm.
I think hotels will do. My opinion is it may do a good, business.
Yeah, altogether again,
But
we will.
the boom will
will-
come again in a few years' time.
Yeah. And in tourism, you have any mentor? Like, everybody have some mentor
Hmm.
who give him his hand the first things. The first question, like, do you have any mentor in hospitality sector whom you will never forget his help or
Actually,
big chance?
I worked with some really fantastic and phenomenal GMs from my India days. When I was in India, I had
Mhm.
2 or 3 GMs who were really phenomenal, who gave me that opportunity to excel and do more. When I came to UAE, I worked with Intercon. I had few very, very good GMs that I worked with. I came to then Ramadas and Millenniums. I had so yes, I mean, when you put your career of 25 years, you cannot have just one mentor. I would say you have over a period of time as you progress, you have few mentors, many mentors, and each one you take out and learn. I had a very, very good boss when I was in sales and marketing. I had an amazing GM when I was at Intercon Abu Dhabi. I had an amazing GM at Crown Plaza. I came to
From
Ramada,
each one
Dubai.
of them,
I
you.
had an amazing GM there. I went for a pre-opening hotel. I had an amazing GM there. I went to Africa for the regional work. I had an amazing vice president, you know. And then I came back here.
Mhm.
Now I have an amazing boss who's the managing director and CFO. So
Mhm.
I think everybody has mentors at different stages in their life, in their careers.
Correct.
And to pick one would be very unfair.
Very
So I would say when I was a sales executive to when I'm now as a GM,
yeah.
I had different mentors at different times. And
Mhm.
what I believe is you take the best from them.
You're
And
learning
some of
from
them are
this.
not the best GMs you work with,
Yeah.
because everybody has a different personality. But
Mhm.
what you learn from them, which is not the best things, are also the things that you don't use or work with when you become a GM.
Yeah.
So the good things, what you learn, and the not so good things, you also learn not to use it.
Yeah, and also I think in your hotel, how many different nationalities working?
Currently, we have almost over 20 nationalities.
20. It's not
Yeah.
difficult to manage 20 different nationality, different mentality.
You know, I always say, all of us come together to build a career. We work for our families.
Mm-hmm.
And once you have that focus, you create that culture which is we are one family. So how do we do that? So we have, say for instance, when we have Eid, we have a Eid celebration.
Mm-hmm. Or we celebrate Diwali also.
Diwali, we have Diwali
Yes, when
celebration.
Diwali, all
We have-
Dubai is lighting.
Yeah, exactly. We have
Yeah.
Onam, we have a Kerala Onam celebration.
Yeah.
We have something for the Filipinos National Day. We had a Filipino National Day lunch.
Christmas.
We have so every month there is a food festival or a cultural festival in the hotel. Now
Mm.
we have people working with us from Nigeria. We have a gentleman who's from Uganda. We celebrate the Uganda National Day. So every nationality that is working with us, We have a small celebration for the National Day. We have a food festival. Once you
Mhm.
build up on that environment,
Yeah.
people start embracing and accepting and being friends with people. I had a colleague of mine from Tanzania. He used to sing in Russian for all the Russians
Wow.
because he learned the language. He used to sing Hindi songs for the Indian guests. African guy singing Hindi songs, and he was loved
Yeah.
by people. He's obviously, because of the situation, he's gone back home, but
Mhm.
I'm hopeful he'll come back. And that shows the real spirit of being in the hotel business. As long as you embrace other cultures, you respect different religions and languages, it's one big family.
One big family. It's 30 years in hospital this long. Like any plan, like when I come to this age, because you are many years now, general manager, what is your next?
I mean, I don't have a fixed date in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, there are times where your family may need you. I have
Mm-hmm.
elderly parents living in India. Uh, so there is no fixed plan.
Mm-hmm.
As
Because
long
you said
as
one day you will go back to India, like,
exactly.
but we
So
don't know which date or
if the call
which.
comes for next year, maybe then. If the call comes or after a few years, maybe then.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a fixed date I have in my head, and I haven't planned for it yet.
Mm-hmm.
But at this moment, I'm just focused on making sure that we have a great working culture, working environment in the hotel,
Mm-hmm.
and I continue to work hard for my team, for my family, for my owners. And one day I will retire, but I'm not sure yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not ready to give you a date yet.
No, it's not like that. Like some people, I will work 40 years in hospitality is last 40
No,
years
I
max.
I, I
You know,
still am
it's
super
difficult.
excited.
Because of stress, we had.
Yeah,
It's not
true.
easy job
It's
from
not an easy
us.
job, but I enjoy my job very much. I still work the same long hours that I used to work when I just started
Mm,
my career. And I think you have to create excitement at work. I
mm.
was, before coming here, in a table tennis tournament with
Wallah.
my team.
Okay.
So I finished the first two rounds, and then I said, no, I have an important assignment for which I am supposed to be here.
Yeah.
So, last week we had a chess tournament. Last month we had
Every week
snooker.
some
So
activities.
you have to have
Yeah.
high engagement with the team and not just tell them that you are here only for work. If you keep creating an exciting work culture and environment, we had 4 months back before the war, we had an inter hotel between the 7 hotels of ours, big cricket tournament in Ajman,
Cricket.
including our managing director and the GMs. We were playing cricket.
I know your hotel group. I mean, are holding
Our
very
hotels,
very
our
creative
Raya.
people. Yeah.
Yeah. So we are waiting for this
Yeah.
war situation to ease a bit,
Yeah.
and we will be back. We had a volleyball tournament 3 weeks back in the greens. So,
Nice.
something or the other will keep coming up.
Mr. Bino, how you want people remember you after long years? Because you touch also many people life also, I think.
True. I mean, I always say that we take from the industry and our senior colleagues that experience and
Mhm.
mentorship. And I think I am trying to give that back to my team, to the people who worked with me in the industry, people who know me. And most important, I think, is you build long lasting partnerships and trust. And those evolve into,
Mhm.
friendships in the industry. So I want to be remembered as somebody who's always was willing to help, who created win-win partnerships, not just, he only focused on his job and his business,
Yeah.
and give an opportunity for the others to learn from you and
Yeah.
grow and, give them an opportunity to shine and do big things in life. And if you are able to do that, I think it's an important thing.
Yeah. Okay. What else? You have any last message to us before we finishing the episode?
I believe you have to stay positive,
Mhm.
every day. You come with thinking that life is going to be even better than what it was yesterday.
Also, we can say, the last message for young generation, because now young generation is they don't like to work. They want easy money a little
Yeah.
bit.
I mean,
Say, like who want to be interesting from India, for example, where you are coming.
Yeah.
Like, what is your message can be? Who have to be in hospitality? What they have to care? Or you accommodate them? They come and see the real experience for hospitality in Dubai
yeah.
for young generation.
I think for the younger generation, they have to be
Mm.
stable in their thinking. You can't decide that today I am in hotels and tomorrow I will join the airlines, and then day after tomorrow I want to be social media
Not jump
influencer.
everywhere.
You can't be.
Yeah.
So unless you are not sure that you want to be in hotels, it
Mhm.
cannot be your career. You have to be very passionate about
Mhm.
working for people, working with people, working always with your teams. You are not working in isolation. So
So-
today in a hotel, you have somebody who picks up the guests from the airport, and somebody who receives them in the hotel, somebody who serves them coffee, somebody who does the room, somebody who does the bathroom, somebody who does the.
Teamwork.
And if you don't, it's like an orchestra. If you don't have a good playing orchestra,
Mm.
the music is coming out, but it won't be synchronized.
Correct.
And
Exactly.
so to be in hotels, you have to feel
Mhm.
everybody's need, respect everybody's importance,
Mhm.
and only somebody who's willing to work with people, who wants to be a team player, and who enjoys meeting people can sustain a long career in hotels. If
Mhm.
you're not, then you need to look for some other business or some other
Correct.
environment.
So thank you so much for your life story. It was very interesting.
Thank
like
you.
what you start, and thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
you, Saleh. Thank
So
you.
guys, it was Mr. Bino's story today. We listen. See you next week. Take care.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.